Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, July 21st, 2025 order. All please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good evening, Marcy. The executive session before tonight's meeting to discuss various personnel matters for the minutes. We're just going to push the public presentation for the chief, for the fire chief, to gather some documentation. But we'll do that at the end of the meeting. Sorry for the inconvenience. Public portion. Does anyone sign up under the first public portion? I see Peggy Downey, 929 Laurel Lake.
That's here.
Peggy, if you'd like to come to the microphone and talk to us.
Where did she get? Well.
You can talk together, Peggy and Betty, right, Nebraska?
Yeah. Hi, my name's Peggy Downey, and I'm here because I really need to know when my street's gonna be paved. Jeremy, the whole block had signed a petition, and we sent it to Jeremy Garl. And he said, once the water main is put into the street, then they will replace our street. Now, I personally have a very big problem because, well, Betty does too, but, when it rains, I can't even now yet, eat from the rain. The water goes from my curb to the middle of the street. There's no way I can stand in front of my mailbox, get my mail, nor can I get my newspaper. I can't stand out in the street like other people because, and I have pictures to show you. The water goes all, even the people that walk their dogs from other streets have trouble walking down the street because it's in the middle of the street after it rains. And we have a neighbor down the street who has said well, first of all, you gotta remember, there's a lot of older people on my street. And of course, balance is an issue. I mean, I do balance exercises every morning, but my neighbor and myself at one time have both fallen in the street near because it was so uneven. And it's still not even. And now I called the water department and they said, we're all connected. And I wanna know exactly when they're gonna repave my street.
The road will get repaved when all the rest of the township roads are done as part of the 2025 road paving project. As of now, we think that'll happen sometime in September. So we have to wait for the contractor that was awarded the project to come in and do the work. And right now, they're booked out until September.
I don't understand why we weren't prioritized with all the problems that we've had and all the.
Because when we award a $600,000 road paving project, we're going to do it all in one time.
Okay,
If we did one road at a time, that $600,000 project would cost us $750 because they're gonna come and then they're gonna go and then they're gonna come and they're gonna go. There's mobilization and demobilization costs every time they do that.
well, we're only one block long.
You are, but we're paving $600,000 worth of roads this year. Your
So
road.
now
costs
and you're telling me when? September, my road will be repaved.
I'm telling you that they're set to show up into the township in September, yes.
Now, if we fall, and if I fall again, you people have insurance to pay the cost, right? That's what I wanna know. I mean, I struggle with going up and down the street. I have a 3-pound dog. I walk her up and down the street. That's where she goes to the bathroom. She doesn't go in the yard. Because somebody could take her away, like anything, a hawk. But I walk twice a day. And you have insurance, right? You're gonna pay my bills if I fall. Right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the township would only really be secondarily liable for any trip and fall incident on the sidewalk, so. The insurance for the township could kick in at some point, but it's really the property owner, if there's a defect in the sidewalk, that would be responsible.
I don't know what you mean.
You're not talking about sidewalks, you're talking about tripping and falling on the road.
Yeah, if I fall on the road. We both have fall in the other ear. If I fall again, you're telling me you are not gonna pay my medical expenses?
Well, it's a public road, it's not a sidewalk, so no, the township's insurance would deny that claim, there would be no claim.
Temporarily, can't you get in your car and drive down to the dog park or down to Jim Deeker Park? There's nice places to walk your dog. It's not enough.
I can't, I'm not gonna drive somewhere, I live on that street, why can't I walk my dog? She walks down to the street.
The road's damaged. For a short period of time, you can't do something for yourself.
You expect me to get up every morning and every evening and get in my car and drive her to some place else and let her walk there? That's what you expect me to do?
Well,
First of all, you may as well know, I have 2 knee replacements. It's not exactly easy for me to do anything in the first place.
We're not young.
yeah, well,
89 and 90.
we greatly appreciate the comments. I mean, the reason why we had to delay it is because we didn't want to go in and spend hundreds, thousands of dollars of your tax dollars and then have to go in and do it again.
Exactly.
The underground, facility, which is a group and a board not controlled by us. So we didn't want to pave the road, have to re-dig it back up, wait and pave it again, and then we couldn't do 3 or 4 other roads. So when we got the petition, when you talked to Mr. Garl, what we decided to do was work with our friends at the authority to ensure the infrastructure underneath the road was taken care of, please correct me if I'm wrong. So we would use the best resources for your tax dollars, so we wouldn't have to go in, pave it, then they have to dig it up, and then we have to pave
Well, I
it.
understand that.
So after we heard from the residents, our plan was to expedite this process for many of roads in Muhlenberg Township. There's many of them, 72 miles of it or something like that. So we understand and we heard you, so we reacted. And what we did is we put it on our road schedule. That's the best we can do and hope you appreciate that. We did listen. We did contact the authority. We got the work done. Now we're gonna repave your street in September. So that's the best we can.
September.
Yes, it would be.
September when?
Well, I can't determine the exact date. That's the date that they have to come out this year at some point based on their bid response to do the work.
Tentatively, I spoke with the contractor, they are tentatively coming in the day after the holiday, which would be September 2nd. Soon as I have a pre-construction meeting with them, every resident on every street we repave will have a letter with the exact dates and times and what to expect and who to call if you see any problems or have any concerns.
And
So you will get a letter in the mail with
We're the oldest
everything.
street. We're 1 block long.
We're doing the whole street though, we're doing all 3 blocks of your road, the whole
Well,
water.
that has been done. I don't think it's been done there.
The water main was replaced the whole length, so we have to
So
repaint
you
the whole
went
thing.
all the way down to the river
All the way down
again,
to
all the way
Dewberry.
to the river,
To Dewberry.
to Dewberry. Well, I didn't see that, you know. But,
you know what, may I say something?
sure.
Just so
Betty,
we
there's not-
start with us. If they should do ours first, not that they do everybody's until come up the hill and do with ours last.
Yeah, go down the hill.
They'll be done with the entire project in a week and a half, so it won't matter where they start. They'll be done with the entire project in a week and a half.
Do you wanna see any pictures of the lake in front of my house? Or aren't you?
It won't, I mean, I'll look at your pictures, but,
Well.
when the road
it's gonna
crown,
be good.
when the road crown is installed, there won't be any ponding on the street left.
Okay, well, Betty, you wanna?
Well, I just said that, I hope they do when they start it, they don't have us last and finish everybody else's.
Well,
We've been
sounds like
that way
it's
for
gonna
so long.
There's 6 roads being done and roughly in their line of work, that takes about 5 days to pave 6 roads.
Well,
So
I'm
start to
hoping
finish,
it's
whether you're
the
first or
beginning
you're last, you.
I'm hoping it's the beginning of September.
Tentatively, that's what I've gotten from them, so.
If I fall, I can sue you, though, right?
Sure.
Just so you know.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on this first public portion? Alex, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, at this point in time, I'm gonna turn the meeting over to our fire chief. We've left that way. Swearing our new, what you know, let's swear that he's not.
Yes, we want that, not just the. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Raise your right hand, put your left hand on the Bible, repeat after me. I, Peter Petricola,
I, Peter Petricola,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear,
or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States,
affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of Pennsylvania,
and the laws and ordinances of Muhlenberg Township,
and the laws and ordinances of Muhlenberg Township,
and that I will discharge the duties of fire police with integrity and fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of fire police with integrity and fidelity.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda. Very motion. Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Noes if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Any unfinished business? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. I need a motion to approve the payment of bills presented by the Director of Finance and Customer Service. Motion. Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those many, the ayes have it, so ordered. We are removing item B from the agenda. We'll revisit that next month. So I think the board is aware of that. So we'll move on to number C. And a motion to release the Hay Road Department Projects Letter of Credit that the maintenance period has expired.
Make a motion.
Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to appoint Actor Sure to serve as the actuary for the township pension plans.
So moved.
Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to request a new eligibility list from the Civil Service Commission for the position of career firefighter.
Motion. Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with Teamsters Local 429 for a 4-year contract ending December 31st, 2029, under the condition that Teamsters membership approve the contract.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to ratify the police chief's disciplinary action regarding an officer.
So, second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
For the record, I'm gonna abstain from this vote.
For the record, Marcy and Commissioner Cerulli abstain from item G. Any other new business by any board members or anyone here? Any board appointments?
Not at this time.
Public portion? No one wants to speak on the second public portion? Staff comments. Who wants to start? Chief?
I'm sure by media broadcasting, stated we had a very busy month. We are up to, I believe it's 20 applicants for our testing date, July 26th. The deadline for those applications is the 25th. I think especially the last 2 weeks, our officers did exceptional jobs at all of the incidents that we've had recently. And I can't thank them enough for our working application.
Thank you, Chief. Are you at liberty to discuss that you are making progress on the recent
Yes.
deadline?
So the recent incident on Thursday, there have been arrests made. There are more pending, probably up to 2 or 3 more. Unfortunate set of circumstances over meaningless. Excuse me.
Thank you for all your work and guidance. This week.
Yes, it has.
Thank you, Jim. Jim,
All I have is, 2 things. Last month, again, busy month for us, 187 calls for service. We're up to, I think today I looked around 1,014 calls. Just a year or so ago, our total for the year is about 1,300 or so. So we're definitely quickly and rapidly approaching that. I would, suspect we, far exceed that. Last bit of info, our 3rd career firefighter started employment today. So, still have.
thank you. Anything from the ambulance back there or? Nothing, good. Joey?
Not this time?
I'd like to say thank you to Alex and the firefighters for helping us clean up Water Street with the high flooding, well, not really flooding, but high waters we had. Appreciate the hard work, your career guys are pretty great guys, thanks.
Dawn?
Just that the second period trash invoices were processed, so you should be receiving them in the mail within the next week or 2. And they'll be due August 28th.
Thank you, Dawn. Jim?
We had our planning commission meeting last week. We only discussed the ongoing comprehensive plan revisions. We will have a meeting next month. We expect a new project on the agenda next month. And we'll also continue with the comp plan discussions there.
Thank you. All right, commissioners. Commissioner Office, you're up.
Yes, I did. Yeah, on October 20th, I'd like to move our township meeting to the double fire company for fire line again, like we did last year. We can do that. We bring it up next month.
Good. Anything else?
No.
Commissioner Wolfman?
Okay, National Night Out is August 5th.
We were just.
6 to 8:30. I guess the military is gonna fly in that large transport helicopter like they did last year. It's really something to see. And, out of barrel train going, so it's gonna be a good night. Stop out and see us. We did the kayak float this past Saturday, had about 35 people on the river. And afterwards, there was a pig roast and 2 bands were playing. I think everybody had a great time. So the Parks Department put together a nice program. And then, the river fest coming up at the end of this month, so we'll see you then.
Thank you, Commissioner Saru.
Yeah, I want to thank the township for all the help with the Jared Rothenberger Memorial Softball Tournament. Parks Department, Roads Department. Thank you, appreciate it.
Commissioner?
2 separate items. I know there was a lot of chatter online about the heavy rains the township received. And I know there were some people complaining online that areas had flooded. But, I just want to reiterate that nobody on this board has ever sat here and said that any of the steps that we're taking to mitigate flooding, that we will ever be able to totally stop areas in this township from flooding during heavy rains. But I think that the work that has been done, kind of was reflected in the fact that we didn't have nearly the flooding that we could have had, given the amount of rain that we got. So, good work by the staff and everybody involved, to take steps to kind of mitigate flooding. The second thing I want to say is, in regard to the police report that we got, you know, it is sometimes very difficult to read through the types of incidents that our officers have to respond to. You know, I know that a lot has made news in the last couple of days, but there's just an awful lot of crap that takes place out there. And the dedication of our officers is not to be beat in county. But I'd also like to point out the dedication to our chief, who had been away on vacation. And as anybody in management knows, you never really get vacation. So as he was returning, I know he was dealing with the large gathering and fight issue that everybody probably read about or heard about. But then on the weekend after his vacation, he was taking some time to get over to the kayak float and to the pride event that took place at Jim Dietrich, just to make sure that the presence that we had there was seen by the public, and just to make sure that he could personally oversee the officers and what was taking place. So, Chief, I know you don't like to be called out for that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna call you out this time because, you know, to come back from vacation, there's always a lot of work to catch up on, a lot of emails and things, but this your dedication just stands out. So thank you very much. Thank you all for coming tonight.
I can say something about the fire department. I've been in my current house since '88, owned 3 different homes, never had the fire department come out to my house. But this, 3 weeks ago, we had some carbon monoxide issues and called the fire department, and they were there within minutes and found the problem and were courteous, very knowledgeable, and the guy worked tremendously, and he did a good crew. Now, in the past, we've had a lot of people complain about the fire department. I haven't heard any complaints about the fire department. You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Hopefully we'll see you at Night Out in August, and we'll see you next month. Good night.